This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 17th day of April in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. The APNU, a Partnership for National Unity, and the AFC Alliance for Change are likely to go their separate ways into the upcoming elections, as coalition talks between the two have completely collapsed, with no agreement in place. The talks have been ongoing for several months. At a press conference this afternoon, Chairman of the AFC, David Patterson, said the AFC will go it alone in the upcoming elections.
Regrettably, we have, despite the best efforts of our negotiation team, been able to arrive at a mutually beneficial arrangement with APNU. We've communicated our decision, regrettably so, to APNU. And we've also communicated to them that we will proceed with our campaign as Alliance for Change, since time is of the essence.
The Alliance for Change was pushing for its presidential candidate and leader Nigel Hughes to be the presidential candidate for the coalition, in addition to it being awarded 40% of all government positions to the APNU's 60% should they take the seat of government. Additionally, the AFC was also pushing for a head of the list to come from outside of the two. In response to those demands, the APNU, through the People's National Congress reform, made it clear that with it providing the largest base in any coalition, the presidential candidate should come from its side. The APNU also said it should be given 70% of government positions, while the AFC would receive 30%. While it would be open to having the leader of the list coming from outside the two parties, and would even consider giving the AFC the Attorney General's position. Both sides maintained their positions, leading to a collapse of the talks, and the AFC's decision to move ahead with its solo campaign. Mr. Patterson said while the AFC will head into the polls on its own, the door remains open for additional talks before nomination day.
Of course, as always, the door is always open prior to nomination day. Should there be a change in this position or change in circumstances. But as it stands, we have communicated this position to APNU before, and I do think that it was received.
On claims that the Alliance for Change was demanding too much in the negotiations with the APNU, Patterson said he does not believe that to be true. 10 years ago, the APNU and the AFC tied the electoral knot as they headed into the 2015 elections as partners. The coalition won those elections, but 3 years into their time in office, the partnership was hit with accusations of distrust after an AFC member in the National Assembly sided with the then opposition PPP and successfully got a no-confidence motion passed against his own government. The two sides still rekindled their relationship in time for the 2020 elections. The coalition lost those elections, and it was then that the AFC opted to move away from the partnership. While still holding on to the seats it was awarded as part of the partnership in the National Assembly. Mr. Patterson today said although the two will be heading into the upcoming elections separately, they will still be able to work together on a number of issues of mutual interest. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Linden! It's big people time again. Go Mosley Entertainment presents the official Linden Town Week Big People Party. Big Oman Gasha Things. On Wednesday the 30th of April at the Mackenzie Bandstand with one-man bands Super Ray, Errol, and Murphy, plus a one-woman band Queen Diva and DJs Killer Miller, Water Dog, and Bad Boys. The next day is a holiday, so party the night away all night on the 30th of April at the Mackenzie Bandstand. Get your early tickets from Shemaine's Bar in the Mackenzie Market, Professor Cuts and Retrieve, Barnes Taxi, and Dominique's Top-Up Shop on Republic Avenue. The Linden Town Week Big People Party 2025. Big one, Gasha Things. Compliments of One Communications, Banks Beer, Guinness, XM Rums, 592 Teas, Fireside Grill, and Sheriff Security. Please drink responsibly.
She said, take it easy, I will do the good. You don't have to.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean it's time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we've got you. Save up to $50,000 on select fridges. Get a free grill or mixer with select stoves and more. Need to upgrade your home? Get smart TVs from as low as $32,999. Plus, shop today and pay later. And make your first payment in 30 days with Quartz Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends April 23, 2025.
Drive home your brand new Honda vehicle today. When you buy a brand new vehicle, it's 0 miles, 0 worries. Plus, you get awesome features that will help make your ride smooth and comfortable. Marix offers in-house financing on our Honda City and HRV with down payments of 25% and monthly payments for 3 or 5 years. Conditions apply. Visit our website or call us on 226-1482 to learn more. Buy your brand new Honda vehicle from Marix, the home of Honda in Guyana.
Mobil Delvac Heavy Duty Lubricants. With more than 90 years of experience and innovation, Mobil Delvac is a recognized leader in advanced heavy duty lubricants. Discover how the state-of-the-art Mobil Delvac technology can help protect and extend the life of your diesel engines. Mobil Delvac, the trusted brand for many successful businesses. Protect your fleet and keep your vehicles on the road and out of the shop. Helped by Mobil Motor Oils. Distributed by Sol Guyana Inc.
Welcome back. Well, moments after the Alliance for Change announced the end of talks with the APNU with no agreement on a coalition, the People's National Congress Reform, which is the largest party in the APNU, said it remains committed to coalition talks. In a brief statement, the PNC Reform said along with the APNU, it remains committed to discussing and working with all interested parties in establishing a coalition government to take Guyana forward. AFC Chairman David Patterson told a news conference this afternoon that the Alliance for Change will contest the elections as an independent party, since the two sides were unable to arrive at a mutually beneficial agreement. He said, however, that the door remains open. PNC Reform leader Aubrey Norton this afternoon told News Source that there was no breakdown in talks. He said it was the AFC that just decided that it would be going it alone for the elections.
We said we were willing to engage. They sent back and basically said that they're going it alone. We will keep the door open to coalition because we believe coalition politics is useful. But there isn't anything else we will do at this stage except mobilize and do the work that is necessary. But we will keep the door open to coalition. The AFC said it will go it alone. That is their decision. We can't influence that.
Mr. Norton said while he would have been happier for a coalition to go into the elections to unseat the governing party, he believes the People's National Congress reform-led APNU still has a chance. But do you think the People's National Congress / APNU has a chance at winning these upcoming elections if it goes it alone?
We do have a chance, but it will be much better if we can go in coalition. And remember, we didn't choose to go alone. It is the AFC that says that they are going alone.
The PNC has said that should the AFC want to re-engage the APNU in coalition talks or in any other joint endeavor, it stands willing and ready for those discussions. Well, the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Civic Barra Jagdeo, today said he is not surprised with the breakdown of coalition talks between the APNU and AFC, since he believes they were too caught up in splitting the spoils of elections.
The fact that they could not come up with a consensus candidate is largely because they don't look at what they want to do for the country. I dealt with this in an earlier press conference. They don't think about, let's come together and create a program of what we want to do for the people of this country. Their only order of business in the coalition talk was about who gets what if they win the government. How many seats one party will get in the parliament, how many government jobs they will get, how many ministerial jobs they will get, which portfolio they will get. It's all about sharing spoils. They see government as an opportunity to share spoils.
However, Mr. Jagdeo at his press conference said the decisions taken by the APNU and the AFC with regards to their presidential candidate is of no concern to his party, the PPP.
You run regardless of the form you put together or the candidate who leads your campaign. You have to contend with two things when you face the electorate. One, your track record, and two, your plans for the future. And they have a dismal track record. They have had 28 years of failure, stealing elections. When they ended their tenure after 28 years, the country was as poor as Haiti.
Jagdeo contended that between 2015 and 2020, when the APNU-AFC took office, thousands of persons lost their jobs and a number of welfare programs were terminated. He said even as the parties head to another election, the opposition have failed to effectively articulate their future plans.
That it's all about distribution of money, nothing about creation of wealth for people. Nothing about how we create a better or satisfy the needs of our people for housing. In fact, they want to support rentals to pay people, help them to pay their rent by using oil money to do that, not ownership. So you have no plan for the future.
The PNC has touted a people-centered plan while the AFC plans to unveil its pathway to the future.
GECOM is currently conducting a national registration exercise. Who can register? Anyone who will be 14 years or older by June 30, 2025 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, naturalization, or is a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more. It is the civic duty and legal responsibility of all Guyanese who meet the eligibility criteria to apply for registration. By doing so, you would be ensuring that you are issued a national identification card and be included in the official list of electors for future elections, providing you meet all eligibility criteria. This registration exercise will end on May 30, 2025. You need to apply for a transfer if you now live at another address since you were registered. For more information, contact the GECOM on 2250-277-9 or visit www.gecom.org.gy.
Wanderman Slingers Family Entertainment presents their 24th anniversary celebration called Casa Forever on Easter Monday, April 21st at the Lenora Stadium, featuring a live performance from the Galdem president, Marley Dunn.
Mind up, secret one. Love my gal X-rated spend
Marley Dunn.
Them inside is panic got them outside.
Marley Dunn.
Basics panic wall and it can't stop.
Also out at the Gaza camps, Little Vibes, the Galdem Lemonade,
Fresh lemonade,
and Little Addy, the man of the Mac.
Man of the match down. Send him money now, you're the cash for Amazon. What's it like that you can get it from?
And also the therapist himself, Chronic Law.
The badness upgrade long time. I'm Mary James, I carry the
Chronic Law.
Take me number, she don't get no car.
Chronic Law.
Who can this my dog and survive?
The event is powered by Eldorado Rum and Pepsi.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Need small appliance for your kitchen? Giftland have it. Need fridge or stove? Giftland have it. Speakers or laptop? Giftland have it. I'm telling you, Giftland have everything. And don't get me started on TVs. 58-inch, 65-inch, 70-inch, 75-inch. All sizes in leading brands. Best thing about it, they give a warranty. Man, Giftland is the place for all your electronics purchases.
Washie. Hi people, washing made so easy since I found Washie. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washie soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washie soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washie soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washie soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright, have me clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washie soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washie soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washie soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
Busta presenting the new 500 milliliter. Wow, Busta flavorful. Make every meal better. Grab a Busta for drink, Busta move. Taste this. 500 ml, that's it. Busta for days, that's cool. Busta 500 milliliter is a brand new choice of my drink with my food. Vibing every munch, that's smooth. Introducing the new Busta 500 milliliter. Grab a bottle with your lunch today.
Guyana Regatta 2025 is here and is bigger than ever. On Sunday, April 20th, witness high-speed powerboat action at Golden Beach featuring the best in the game. Randy Bell, Dave Scott and Team Shivraj battling for glory. Easter Saturday, the stage is set for the dazzling Miss Regatta pageant and the electrifying mega show featuring Lady Lava, Calvin Burnett, Freedom Boss, and many more. Don't miss Easter Monday grand finale with beach parties, football, and non-stop vibes. This event is powered by Bartica Regatta Committee, Government of Guyana, BK International Group of Companies, G Mining Ventures, ETK Inc., Banks DIH, One Communications, and Ansi McCall.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs today rejected the statement made by China's Deputy Chief of Mission in Guyana, Huang Roy, where he suggested that Guyana and Venezuela can resolve the border controversy through friendly consultations and negotiations. The rare statement from the Chinese official yesterday departed from Beijing's long-standing tradition of staying out of the internal affairs of other countries, resulting in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Guyana issuing its response today. In that response, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs reminded the government of China of the position made clear on several occasions by Guyana, that the matter is pending before the International Court of Justice by a decision of the UN Secretary General in accordance with the parties of the 1966 Geneva Agreement on the settlement of the controversy. The ministry further stated that the Argyll Declaration also guides Guyana's approach on the issue, explaining that the declaration also recognizes Guyana's commitment to the process before the International Court of Justice. The ministry said any deviation from that stance will undermine Guyana's position that the court is the most suitable place for the controversy to be resolved. The Foreign Ministry made it clear that Guyana will not engage in discussions of any matter that has been brought before the court. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said it has taken note that there has been no comment from the government of China on the blatant announcement by Venezuela that it intends to conduct elections on the 25th of May for a governor and legislative council of Guyana's Essequibo region. The Foreign Affairs Ministry said that is a clear violation of Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Foreign Affairs Ministry said the principles of international law and mutual respect will continue to guide the government of Guyana in its interactions with all members of the international community. The Chinese embassy has indicated that China continues to respect the territorial integrity of all nations. The International Decade for People of African Descent Assembly Guyana APNU-AFC used the UN Permanent Forum on People of African Descent to call on the Ethnic Relations Commission to facilitate the conduct of an ethnic disparity assessment survey. Addressing the Permanent Forum on Wednesday, APNU-AFC's chairman Vincent Alexander said the survey would help to determine the state of ethnic groups, in particular Afro-Guyanese in Guyana, a multicultural state. Alexander said APNU-AFC strongly believes that Afro-Guyanese are facing systemic and structural discrimination.
APNU-AFC has shared credible claims of outcomes which point to systemic and structural discrimination against African Guyanese in various areas. These include land distribution and ownership, distribution of state assets, provision of goods and services, access to high-quality educational opportunities, employment, healthcare, criminal justice, and housing.
Alluding to the forum's theme, Africa and People of African Descent United for Reparatory Justice in the Age of Artificial Intelligence, Alexander said APNU-AFC is concerned that artificial intelligence-driven policymaking will further exacerbate the extreme inequalities, crushing the African Guyanese community if national data collection is not disaggregated by ethnicity. Improved data collection, he added, is a prerequisite for the implementation of artificial intelligence in societies like Guyana, where racial discrimination and marginalization have been embedded for centuries.
While we recognize the use of AI in decision-making in all sectors, we are clearly aware that data as currently collected in Guyana is woefully inadequate and does not capture the existing disparities in, for example, health, education, access to land, award of contracts, business loans, among other issues.
He also said APNU-AFC is redoubling its effort for a data-driven, evidence-based approach to policymaking, noting that such an approach is essential to understanding and combating impacts of racism. He stressed that improved data collection methodologies are essential to reducing the risk of intensified and existing inequities among ethnic groups. Alexander said together with capacity building in data collection and monitoring, it is essential to ensure that data collected is reliable, valid, and relevant. Owners of Chinese supermarkets in Guyana have been encouraged to put security measures in place to avoid being robbed, China's Deputy Chief of Mission Huang Ru recently said. Guyana has seen a rapid increase in the number of Chinese-owned businesses. In recent times, a number of supermarkets have been robbed. The official from the Chinese embassy said the presence of Chinese supermarkets in Guyana is welcomed by the locals as they provide goods at lower prices. However, he noted safety and security remain a concern.
When we go our outreach, and we will always encourage them, all Chinese citizens here, to abide by local law strictly.
Last year, the embassy, together with members of the Guyana Police Force and members of Parliament, conducted an outreach, during which approximately 10 supermarkets were visited in regions 3 and 4, among other regions. The official said during his interactions with the store owners and the managers, they were encouraged to put security-related measures in place.
Every supermarket I visit, I will meet with the manager, the store owner, to encourage them to abide by the local law and make sure, and also we will make sure they are not robbed, to make sure they will put all those security related measures, instruments there, make sure they are not robbed.
In addition to security cameras and the hiring of armed security guards, Royke recommends the cashier stations be caged.
Let's say that they should install some protective measure, or bars, or windows, like the bank, to make sure the cashier is not easily be robbed.
To better edify store owners and businessmen and women on safety measures, a seminar was held at the Chinese embassy with the support of the police force. The Deputy Chief of Mission at the embassy said that while some supermarkets have put the safety measures in place, others are still to do so. He said the embassy could only encourage, not force them to.
A powerful movement is coming to shift Guyana, the Guyana we know as the breadbasket of the Caribbean. It's the land of many waters. It's the land of 6 races, all unified under God. Hope is rising, a call to prayer, a celebration of unity and peace and God's grace on all Guyana. Hope is Rising is returning after many years and will feature global sensation Sherwin Gardner and Emrand Henry, along with top Guyanese gospel artists and musicians.
These things, they are making me stronger. I come to you with my arms wide open. If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I will.
You're invited to Hope is Rising, a global 24-hour prayer culminating with an evening of worship and praise with Christian leaders standing together on May 9th at the National Cultural Center. All tickets are free and registration is required. Seats are limited, so book now. Christian leaders, gospel artists, churches, and people of Guyana from all regions. We urge you to come together to celebrate and pray to God for this great nation. Hope is rising, and God is pleased.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. I can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Yeah, you already know it's your truly Nanny Katoy, the queen of zest.
If you take people, man, clap your hand, boy. If you take people, man, clap your hand.
Wait, Bobby?
Hi, Granny.
You know the Nelly song?
How you mean? Plus, she coming for a creek explosion Sunday, April 20th.
Creek explosion? Which creek? And is who bringing she?
The creek by Splash Main, Aziza Akusa, and his Team Extra bringing she.
Team Extra? Let me call Freddie.
Hello, Granny.
Hi, bye.
What going on?
You bringing Nelly Kataya? You even put me on the show like you was a kunumunu or what?
Don't say fat, you're booking you now.
Galang, Granny.
Let me see the flyer. Female dancing competition over 160,000 given away, plus male dance off for 1 motorbike.
Music by Bobby Kush, DJ Magnum, DJ Garwin, David Hype, and Papa Feelings.
I giddy up and get your early bird tickets for $2,000 at Team Extra Stabrook Market, Just Your Size Boutique, White Castle Fish Shop, and Fireside Sweets. Creek Explosion, compliments of Fireside and Team Extra.
Okay, let's do this.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. Colombia has declared a nationwide health emergency after at least 34 people died of yellow fever, according to official figures. Yellow fever is caused by a virus transmitted to humans by infected mosquitoes. It can be prevented by a vaccine, which in most cases provides lifelong protection. The government has urged people to get vaccinated ahead of the Easter weekend, a time when many Colombians travel to warmer areas where the mosquitoes that spread the disease are more prevalent. The health minister said there had been 74 confirmed cases of yellow fever in Colombia so far during this outbreak and urged people to get the vaccine, which in Colombia is free of charge. The Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, has developed and will be introducing a new qualification called the Caribbean Targeted Education Certificate, CTEC. The pilot for the new certification program will be rolled out in September 2025, with the initial CTEC being issued in 2026. CXC Registrar and Chief Executive Officer Dr. Wayne Wesley, who made the announcement during a hybrid press conference on Tuesday, explained that the new qualification will enable students to learn and engage with topics at 3 different paces and modules. He informed that CTEC will entail an advanced, accelerated track with a compressed program, a typical general track with a 2-year program, and an individualized, flexible track with an extended program. He further indicated that should students leave the system for any reason, they could re-engage the subject at the next stage. The CEO added that achieving all the modules would result in the student receiving their certificate. And finally tonight, international news. French President Emmanuel Macron said he intends to set up a joint Franco-Haitian commission to examine France's shared past with its former Caribbean colony, which won its independence 200 years ago on April 17, 1825. He said, and I quote, "Once this necessary and indispensable work has been completed, this commission will propose recommendations to both governments so that they can learn from them and build a more peaceful future." End of quote. He added that in exchange for recognition of its independence and end to hostilities, Haiti was subjected to pay a heavy financial indemnity, the payment of which would take decades. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.